Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2. You are watching StarLadder Star Series. It is, of course, Season 8 still. We are in day 23 of the total 29 days of group stages. And we are going to see which one of these two teams will take a point home. Well, 3 points rather. Taking a quick look at the scores. Mind you, they're not updated yet for the two games that we've already had earlier today. But that doesn't have any real impact on these two teams. So we do have ourselves RoX.KIS. Now, they are doing really well. They've only lost 2 games so far, which means that of all the teams that are still in the game, in the pool, they have got the highest maximum amount of point potential. Together with, of course, Sigma, as you can see, they are also still sitting on 2 losses in total, which, of course, is going to be important for the game that they have against Navi later today. VirtusPro, they're not going to make it to Kiev. They've got 7 losses. They've only have to play 2 more games here in Star Series, but they still need to keep their honor high, and they need to practice, to be honest. That's the thing that we have seen. I mean, they started the season out kind of shaky, but they've been getting better and better, and getting that stable synergy up is not really there yet, but slowly but steadily they are making it. We're going to see if RoX.KIS can get another win in, or if they will be joining the crew of 3 losses each. We'll see. Time will tell. We're going to see VirtusPro versus RoX.KIS. Of course, I am not entirely by myself. I am joined by Nahaz, your statsman for this evening. Of course, putting out all the brilliant stats. You can follow him on @NahazDota on Twitter, so make sure you do that. He is actually tweeting out interesting stuff, so you should definitely check that out. Taking a look at what RoX is planning to get here. Well, they have been selecting the Bristleback, and we have seen them use that in combination with the Dazzle. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that coming out from RoX.KIS again. They have banned out the Doom and the Pugna, and they have also got again banned against them the Abaddon as well as the Elder Titan, and there indeed is the Dazzle. So that means that we already have 2 heroes with minus armor potential. Now VirtusPro with the Nature's Prophet and Venomancer, I mean, they've got some turtle potential for sure, but they need to be able to have some sturdy heroes that can deal with that. That is going to be their main priority. Better yet, have a hero that is basically a default assault cuirass carrier. That is the one hero that they have to get, and that's also something that RoX is very well aware of. So they ban out one hero that normally has got that that ability, or normally has got the need to build an assault cuirass, the Alchemist. So strong ban coming out from RoX, and of course Alchemist making it through to the first ban, or through the first ban and first big phase is not really common lately. So it's kind of interesting to see that it did make it to the second banning round. Timbersaw gets removed as well. VirtusPro, I mean, they kind of need to stop the hate train coming out from RoX.KIS. I wouldn't be surprised if they ban out a StarLadder, as they have been going for that as well. A BCC StarLadder with perhaps a Night Stalker in tow. I wouldn't be unhappy with that for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
And there comes the Necrolite. Wow, that was not a ban that I was expecting, but it is a hero that is pretty strong against that Bristleback. Of course, with the as soon as someone is kind of low, you can just throw out the ulti and kill him off, even if it's a difficult to kill hero like Bristleback, for example.
10 seconds
VirtusPro,
remaining.
1 more ban to go, and then they can pick a hero straight after. So they have a bit of a luxury situation here. Let's see what they end up going for. It's gonna be the OD, so they leave the slaughter in. OD banned out. Strong mid hero, of course, that is just not fun to face. I wasn't really expecting one to come out from RoX though. Scandal, he normally likes a bit more aggressive solo mid heroes. VirtusPro, the Crystal Maiden is still in the pool. If they want to go for a very solid support combination, then that is still a possibility. I mean, Venomancer, yeah, he's been active a lot lately, but as active, as popular as to pick him up in a first pick, I am not too sure if that is actually worth it. Crystal Maiden, not banned, not picked. And Venomancer normally, I mean, I'm not really... Well, I guess he's a decent hero against Bristleback. That is the main thing, slowing him down. Puck will get picked up by VirtusPro, say they hereby have secured the mid hero. Now, the risk of picking up a Puck this early is that she is still counterable. There are still quite a few heroes in the pool that do make a solid counter towards that Puck. For example, Templar Assassin does do well against the Puck. Very well, actually. A natural counter, if you will. RoX.KIS,
seconds
are they gonna pick that up straight away? I mean, they shouldn't be in a rush to pick it up. They can actually pick it up like as the second pick here in the second band pick phase. And they can secure something else first. Now, I wasn't really expecting that, but that is a decent hero, and that is actually also a decent hero up against Puck mid. Actually, I say that, and we did see Puck versus Slark earlier today, and that Slark got destroyed mid. So I'm kind of curious to see how this matchup goes, if that is going to be the same situation here, or if we're going to see something else. More globalness coming out from VirtusPro though, an Ancient Apparition. It's been a while since I've seen that one. In combination with the Nature's Prophet, of course, that is quite decent. I'm kind of thinking like what kind of combination they want to go for. Perhaps do a Life Stealer, which is still in the pool. Of course, Venom and Ancient Apparition make for a decent combination as well, as you do have the Gale. Basically slowing the target down enough for the Cold Feet to proc, which is very good, of course. Dream Coil makes for it to proc as well. And I say Life Stealer because the open wounds also allow for the Cold Feet to proc. But they do kind of miss something with the solid disable. I mean, great if you have something that can proc, but if you've got a Slark, I mean, Slark is just going to be able to Dark Pact before the Cold Feet actually does proc. So, you know, it's not going to be almighty. And Bristleback gets that extra movement speed from Warpath, so might also be able to run away from it. It's an interesting pick here for sure. VirtusPro though, we're going to assume that they have got something in mind for this. Got some kind of plan to deal with this. And RoX.KIS taking their time to think about their last pick before the next ban phase. Is it gonna be the Crystal Main still? I mean, it all depends on what they're planning on doing with their lanes. Is it gonna be a dual lane scenario, 2-1-2? They have been running that a couple of times, very successful. There is still a tree in the pool if they want to go for more heals, which they have actually been doing. They can go very greedy, picking up a Channel Enchantress, allowing for that extra pushing potential to be there. We've even seen them go for Clinks. Putting Clinks on the safe lane for Scandal, still putting BZ mid on the Slark. There's so many options left here. Clinks it is.
VirtusPro.
They have been running Scandal Clinks, as said. They have actually also run him in mid, and actually thinking about that, I wouldn't mind seeing Slark on the solo safe lane with the Clinks mid, and then Bristleback, Dazzle, and something else on an aggressive tri-lane, and I think that is also something that VirtusPro is gonna ban against. So which hero would be great for the aggressive tri-lane with the Dazzle and a Bristleback? Now you already have the arrest potential because Dazzle's range is quite large. You need something with the disable then, or at least that's what I would go for if I was RoX. Now obviously I'm not a professional player for a reason. We'll see if VirtusPro also bans out a support with the disable. Well, they ban out a support that is very good in aggressive tri-lanes. It might not have a disable, but it's a Visage. I actually almost forgot about the Visage because normally around this time he's already banned or picked. But making it through all the way, interesting to see that. We have got RoX banning out the Spectre. Don't want to deal with more global potential, of course. Ancient Apparition, Nature's Prophet, Zoot, Spectre. Who hasn't seen it in pubs, right? A good ban for RoX. Also something that, of course, VirtusPro probably was expecting. We'll see what kind of carry they want to go for, though. And, I mean, they have to be prepared for an aggressive tri-lane to come out from RoX, or dual lanes, of course. But they have to be prepared for something, a carry that can do well with not that much farm and can be also fairly survivable. We'll see what they end up going for. They still got 43 seconds left in their bonus time. And they go for the Chaos Knight in the end. I mean, also, that's a hero that pairs up nicely with the Ancient Apparition. Actually, it's a bit of a Dota 1 combination. When Chaos Knight first got into the matchmaking pool, with matchmaking, I actually mean professional drafting pool, Ancient Apparition Chaos Knight was actually a very often seen combination. Of course, the Reality Rift and the stuns allowing for that Cold Feet to proc guaranteed, and it's a solid combination, and I wouldn't actually be surprised to see these two dual laning with the Venomancer perhaps helping out the Puck. It could work out. They could also go for the Chaos Knight Ancient Apparition in the middle lane and put Puck on the safe lane. The Venomancer just roaming around where needed. The most solid thing is though to put that CK still on the bottom lane. We'll see. And also, they can be very counter-aggressive. If that is going to be an aggressive tri-lane on the side of RoX, they can be very, very strong there. Well, we'll take a look. First, RoX is gonna have to select their next hero, their last pick.
Remaining.
And also with that, maybe revealing what they are gonna be doing. If it's gonna be dual lanes. Crystal Maiden still picked up. Last one. Now that is something that you don't see very often, the Crystal Maiden to making it all the way to the last pick. But that is a Crystal Maiden and that is a disable coming out from RoX.KIS. Let's take a look at where everybody is gonna lane and who is gonna play what. And as you might have noticed, the advance is not here. So we do remove that one. There we go. Taking a look at who is playing what. We've got ourselves RoX.KIS, BZZ. He'll take on the Slark. It looks like indeed he'll go towards the mid lane. Yul will be on the Crystal Maiden, already carrying around some wards with Goblak playing his Dazzle. We do see Cedo already making his way bottom. And it will be Scandal's Killings, as mentioned, playing on the top lane. And that means that there is a very large potential that these two are going to go bottom and help out with an aggressive tri lane there. Definitely a solid possibility. I would really like to see that anyways, even though it's not the easiest lane to be up against. I get that. With all the slows and the counter initiation, and Illidan might be getting lucky with stuns and such. We'll see though. Taking a look at what VirtusPro is running here. We've got Arsart, or Smile, or Smile, playing the Ancient Apparition. We've got ourselves Illidan on the Chaos Knight, Jottam or Medved playing the Venomancer. Then in the middle lane we've got G playing his Puck, and last but not least it is the off lane Nature's Prophet played by none other than Light of Heaven. So the safe tri lane comes out for them. We do have support still rotating around. Goblak, I kind of like his set. Is it actually a set or is it the... I like his staff then. That's the one I saw. The Greater Pipe of the Father Spirits. Okay.
The battle begins.
I don't see it is a pipe though. Oh well. Oh well, no pipe. But yeah, they are still hanging around mid. Perhaps they want to secure themselves some first blood. I mean, for the Dazzle, he could be hanging around mid if need be. And it is indeed a start of a semi-dual lane for the moment. So Dazzle's going to be doing a fancy job here of hanging around and doing that good. And of course, Crystal Maiden is one of those supports that can get their own farm in the jungle. So she doesn't need to be on the lane. And all the other heroes can solo. So I really like this. I really like this. Ancient Apparition will be rotating around, and of course with that G is hoping that also Goblak will be rotating around, because otherwise he won't be having an easy time. But perhaps Goblak is just trying to secure some early farm here for GG. In fact, should be getting ahead compared to BC, or unless they're gonna get some kills. In comes a heal as well, but the orb away. Well, that is something that can happen every single time. That's a pretty scary combination, to be honest. The Puck. He's only got a self left and a Tango is on cooldown, so he's of course going for a bottle, so he has to be holding out until he has that complete. Now on the bottom lane, this is a free farming Chaos Knight, and it looks like also the Spirit Breaker, or Sir Bristleback. Wow, just saw a Spirit Breaker. This doesn't look like a cow. Actually, it does kind of look like a cow, perhaps, but he is not close by. He can't be close by, because if he gets caught out by the combination of VirtusPro, then he will die, Bristleback or not. He's only picked up the Bristleback so far, which is gonna help him stay alive a bit more, but it's not gonna be enough, and he knows it too. In comes a salve for G. Goblak still able to actually no. You should have known that. That poison actually does not tick off the salve, as you all now will know. I actually found that out the hard way.
Denied.
Actually, saying that I found it out the good way, where I thought it was gonna get ticked off by someone else, but then it didn't.
Illusion.
That's how I found out. Cedo, still gonna get some room control, but I mean, the one thing that he can still do is of course stack Ancients, and I really hope for him that he's gonna be able to do that, because otherwise he's not gonna have an easy time here. He's gonna have a tough time coming back into this game. Light of Heaven, 5-1. Getting some last hits at least, and getting 3 levels already. This is a very decent offlane for him to be at, as we do have Slark getting harassed here by G quite a bit here. Goblak of course always around for a heal. But yeah, Scandal is sitting on 12 for 3. Of course he's getting ahead compared to Light of Heaven, and he might actually be able to at some point snipe in a kill. But as long as Light of Heaven is careful, he is going to get experience, and he might actually get last hits. And that is a way better job than what Cedo is doing so far. BZZ 13 for 3 up against G's 10 for 2. So that dazzle is definitely helping out. Now the one thing that is of course going to go in favor of G are the levels, because BZZ has to share the experience with Goblak. And actually Pounce, if the Pounce still hits, the phase shift already over. G will still be able to jump himself out with the orb though. Has to be careful here. Light of Heaven in the meantime getting harassed so much that he is forced to leave that top lane. The rotation coming in from VirtusPro first. Medved and Smile are starting and Jottam. I wonder if they think they can take something on the bottom lane, on the middle lane, because I'm not too sure if they can actually take down BZZ. He can pounce away. Always he can. And Klinks is not going to be an easy one as well. Or did they carry detection? Yeah, they do. Okay, so Klinks could actually be a target. Unless they want to find the Crystal Maiden. Yol sitting at level 3. We have got Klinks sitting at level 4. And they have to be careful here. I mean, their smoke has worn off. And they do get the dust, so they really want to take down the Klinks. They're going to hope to get some support from Light of Heaven, who's now farming in the jungle. But if they get the right rotation in, then they should be able to get that. Oh, G. It's going to know that they go for the rune, Invis rune. Goblak will be able to secure it. And with that, going to make it out of this alive. They don't want to use the dust for him. They want to use the dust for the Klinks. Sentry word for the dire side comes out. And a sentry word for the radiant side instantly to follow it up. Very nicely done. And actually it does also scout the ward out on the high ground. They're gonna go for this. They know they were gonna counter ward this, so they might as well. In comes the Frostbite as well, or is it? Yeah, there it is. The Pounce as well. First blood on the board. Very nicely baited out, but G, he is gonna take a Crystal Maiden. The Cold Feet will proc. Ancient Deparation with the kill. Goblak in a lot of trouble. We'll have a shallow grave if he needs to. Where's the grave? No grave. He dies. Double kill for the Ancient Deparation. The first blood still goes away with BZZ though, and in fact, I still am gonna call that a favorable trade for RoX.KIS because they only lose their supports. And they were the ones to bait this out. Very nicely done by RoX.KIS. And they actually also have the Pounce up on G. He does have an orb to get away though, should he be feeling it needed. Arsad now will continue to rotate bottom. Help out the CK perhaps a bit. CK who's sitting on 32 for 13, while Seedoy actually with the supports rotating out. He is able to get some levels. Last hit wise not doing too great, but level 4 is still pretty decent. Not stacking Ancients still, so he's not going to get ahead that way.
Mine, right?
Light of Heaven leaving top lane is going to mean that Scandal has got free farm though, and to be honest, I'm kind of scared for VirtusPro for that one. We all know what a Scandal can do with his Klinks, and it's not a pretty sight. It is just not. Another rune, this one going to BZZ. His bottle already empty. Haste rune, in comes the teleport for bottom. VirtusPro getting some early game gold in, getting some early towers. Does look like RoX.KIS might be trying to defend it, or we just missed Seedoy and Goblak actually. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna lose their tower. No fortifications coming out for it either. Illidan with the gold. Illidan who's now sitting on highest on net worth because of that tower. We do still have Klinks very close behind that though, as he is just still happily farming away, and soon he should be able to take down his own tower. Those searing arrows, of course, working on towers is going to make those towers drop a bit faster than they normally would. Oh, I like this skill build. I like the chilling touch. VirtusPro is not going to go in. Too risky, with teleports might be coming in. And G not there to back them up this time. G, who has got himself the treads ready. Same build as what we saw earlier in the game. The threats were already done up on BZZ though with that first blood money. He's 24 for 6 and he pounces. In comes an orb. Yol still looking for the Nova maybe? Nah, he's not gonna find anything anymore. And of course the phase shift and all that, I mean, or rather the orb away will still happen even if Frostbite, as you can't cast that. During the Frostbite. Medved and Smile hanging around here again. Still have the dust. We're still able to pick up a kill on the Klinks. I think they're going to be kind of sad about that. Perhaps they're going to try again though. And it looks like they are rotating top. I'm not sure if, like, yeah, they can run at him. I mean, if they get the Gale off, I guess that's the most important thing in there. If maybe Sprout and get the Gale off. There is no way for Klinks to get out of this Sprout apart from just running away from it. He is going to be sitting very next to his, very close to his tower though, so it's not an easy target whatsoever. And they will need to dive for him as well. Dive, not die. Dive. And with that dive, that is going to buy time for RoX.KIS to be a bit more aggressive. They did also see Yul passing through. Light of Heaven finishes up his Animitis. Scandal is in for a scout. He's going to pick up a creep. They're going to see it too.
Dire's
Where are they?
tower is under attack.
Nature's Prophet already teleporting out. And Scandal just passing by, checking if there's more people hanging around. But they're not going to get their gank, VirtusPro that is. They all just rotate back. A lot of rotations for nothing there on their side, and that's actually going to be slightly painful for them. I mean, they're rotating a lot without getting anything in return for it. That is not something that is good for their levels especially, which is something that of course Crystal Maiden is getting because she's in the jungle. She's level 5 already. We do have the Dazzle stealing experience mid, or he was stealing experience mid. He's now sitting top, level 4. While the Ancient Separation and Venomans are sitting at level 3 and 4 instead of level 4 and 5. So that's a pretty decent difference there in favor of RoX.KIS, of course. It can turn around very easily if they get a successful gank with that smoke though.
Denied.
I have to say, I haven't seen CK without a IO for a long time. I kind of like it. It is a hero that, I mean, it kind of relies on luck a lot. Because he has and a crit and a Chaos Bolt that has to be lucky for you to get a lot of seconds on it. And so, you know, he's double the luck needed, but I hope that Illidan has prayed to the RNG gods, because if he does, and his luck is favoring him well, then he is going to be one of the more scary heroes that you've ever seen. A free farming Chaos Knight can do a lot of damage. He does also have a set, by the way, for it, which is kind of funny. Though all set for CK kind of look the same. Oh, did I just insult people's sets? I hope not. Armlet ready for Illidan, so he's ready for action. I mean, so far, we haven't really seen all too much. The only thing that we've seen thus far was RoX.KIS knowing that VirtusPro was going to go for the counter ward on the middle lane, and they profited from that by getting the first blood. They lose 2 supports for it, but fair enough. But maybe soon we're going to see VirtusPro rotating in. Yeah. Still, that he's been picked without an IO at all. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a static game at this moment. Just both teams wanting to get their core items up, wanting to start rotating only when it favors them. CK is about ready, but he needs to wait for his Ancient Separation to be 6 to help out. Venomancer wants to get some extra levels as well. Nature's Prophet might be maybe wanting to split push a bit more now that he has his ulti, but he still has his Animitis, so he wants to play it fairly safe, and he'll just try to counter push for the moment. Puck, of course, waiting for his Blink Dagger. Oh, he gets pounced upon again. Is able to silence up BZZ, but it's still hurting him a lot here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Uh-oh. This is trouble. BZZ might actually shatter from this. Grave comes out, actually. That's gonna help him out. Orb flies in. I like that counter. I mean, we all know that Ancient Separation is, of course, a counter towards heroes that heal. aka Shadow Dance Aura. Pounce. That's up on the Venomancer. Venomancer already dead. BZZ popped his ulti. He is gonna try and go for this 3-second stun up on Scandal, who's still not ready with his Orchid, but they did get a kill out of that. Might have just been a support, but they stopped the aggression from VirtusPro. And they've got 5 heroes here. And Paki has got his Dream Coil. Perhaps they want to try and counterfight this, but they don't have the people for it. They have actually still got Ancient Separation sitting on the bottom lane. On the top lane, Nature's Prophet is farming, so no, can't do it just yet. And I think Scandal also don't really want to fight if it's not needed. Ooh, Seedoy, despite him having a tough time on the bottom lane, he went straight for the mechanism. And he hasn't completed 12 minutes, which is going to be giving him a real edge, because so far there's no mechanism builder starting to build it on the side of VirtusPro. They're just getting their other core items up, but that survivability on RoX.KIS is going to be giving them a lot of happiness in a fight to come, which seems to be VirtusPro's way of fighting, indeed, just team fights. Maybe with split push from the Nature's Prophet coming out at the same time, that might of course be a thing. Oh, Dream Coil, Seedoy, he'll dodge the AA ult. They'll also dodge the Puck Orb. Nicely done for him. Teleporting coming from the Nature's Prophet. They want to try and take this tower. Maybe they can, but in goes BZZ, and he's got a double damage when he's already pounced up on Illidan. Might be able to take him off. Dark Pact coming on as well, but he pounces. Dark Pacts it off. The stun, that is. Illidan will still be able to pick him up though with, oh, pounds, mech. Oh my god, he lives that mechanism. Such a big help. BZZ will still be picked up though. Will still be the first one to die. Cedo in the meantime building up those stacks on Quills, but not getting enough out of it. Tower still goes down to the Nature's Prophet as Scandal now comes in, looks for targets, finds himself one Venomancer, and almost kills off the Chaos Knight. Nature's Prophet ultimate still flying through, and Light of Heaven. After that ulti will still get picked up. More Quills coming through. Illidan, he will get picked up, but the Armlet's keeping him up for the moment. Agent Operation with a double kill. Crushing all those people. Reality Rift, that's a Crystal Main Net. That's a triple kill for this Agent Operation. He is 5-0-1. That is very impressive coming up from VirtusPro, and I thought like if it's a long fight, it should favor RoX.KIS. But that was not the case. In the end, Arsart shatters people with his ultimate, and that is what makes it right. For people wondering, the game between Mousesports and Empire is not going to start until after this game is over, so don't worry, you're not going to miss a thing. Oh god, I keep thinking about songs when I say stuff. Been busy with songs lately, and that's just, yeah, it's not good. You can guess which song I'm thinking about if I say I don't want to miss a thing.
Dire's top tower
But
is
I'm thinking,
under
you know, music quiz. That's what I'm making for Christmas, a music quiz.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think that VP, I mean, they were the ones to be aggressive this time, and I think actually, I thought RoX.KIS was going to be doing a bit better in that fight, but right now, VirtusPro, they've taken out all already 2 tier 2 towers, and they only need one more. I'm thinking that's going to be VirtusPro's next goal, if they pick up Cedo, that is, because he's going to get hit by this ulti blade forward, Dream Coil Silence, he is going to be a goner. That is going to be a shattered bristleback, even if he doesn't die right now, but he does. G with a kill, G still taking a lot of damage, and that Orchid Burn won't be enough to take him down. Scandal's going to be kind of sad for that, because he is ready to start hunting down people and killing things. Oh my god, more references though. This wasn't a song, this was actually a reference to series. More references. Go guess the reference, people. I will watch the chat, see if you have it right. Illidan, still not dying yet. Well, so far, I mean, Venomancer died 3 times out of the 4 kills that RoX.KIS has, so he is just a very sad one there. Of course, Light of Heaven died once in that middle fight as well, but other than that, VirtusPro, I'd say, is doing just fine, and they're not even giving priority to the tier 1 top. They're actually forcing RoX.KIS to sit on the bottom lane. Perhaps they want to split push with the Nature's Prophet. That's actually going well right now. They are almost getting the tower down just with Treants and Necronomicon units alone, and that indeed brings me to the next point, that there is indeed a Necronomicon on a Light of Heaven as his first item. His first real item, that is, and Klinx does manage to snipe a tower. That's of course something that Klinx always can do to tier 1 towers. No backdoor protection, and he can take them down.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures
oh
are
gee,
fortified.
he's invisible. He's looking for blood. He's not going to be the only one there though. BZZ is on the low ground. Do they know? Dreamquote coming out. There is a sentry ward there, so they would have known if it was just a bit delayed. Agent Operation no flying it only. It's on Cedo though, and he's going to get a 3-second stun as well. Whoa! And killed that crit. The haste on BZZ should still be enough for him to make it out alive of this one. Bristleback, the only one to die. Scandal, still not able to pick off heroes. I mean, VirtusPro is doing the right thing, right? If you can get yourself an Orchid fast, and your enemy know that, they are just gonna group up, and they're not gonna get caught out. So that means that the power that a Klinx normally has at this stage of the game is completely nullified by VirtusPro just playing as a group right now. They are still kind of surrounded. BCZ sitting around there as well as Scandal. And they look like they want to go in. In comes the Pounce. Up on Jotun. Up on Medved. He will be popping his Ghost Scepter. Dying still. But after his Poison Nova. And that's going to be allowing VirtusPro to perhaps go in and fight. A ulti will fly out. Will not hit anything though. Or at least no heroes. Reality Rift. Up on BZZ, there's a stun up on Illidan, he will find one. 4-second stun up on BZZ, well that's just unlucky. Reality Ripple missed that one, and the Grave comes out to save BZZ, pounces himself out of the trees. Double kill still for G as the Klinx still got picked up. Dazzle himself, he'll be able to live through it all with that poison ticking through, but it's in the end, it's a 2-on-2 with Bristleback still getting the puck kill in the end. It looks like it's an even trade after all, but they still lose their tower for it. I mean, that is not... No, that is also not the guess. Restless Oblivion, nope. I can't really sing it. I think it's from God, I don't know his name. Like, that's the problem. I was assuming that you would guess it. But oh well. And the series reference was, of course, Supernatural. The family business. Hunting people, killing things. Stuff like that. That was the reference in the intro, they say that. Oh well. No, it's a song like... I don't want to miss a thing. I think that's actually the name of the song. Maybe. I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm hoping for RoX.KIS that they can find some extra golden towers, because from kills they're not gonna get it. Nice AA ult, but only hits if I'm Godblack. He's gonna be okay though. Imagine like this. Oh, I was gonna say, imagine if this Age Deprivation gets an Aghanims. Because this Age Deprivation has been farming so incredibly well, as they trade tier 2 for tier 1. Not really worth it. But this Age Deprivation has been farming so well that he is actually getting an Aghanims very soon. He's already sitting on 503. And RoX.KIS, they're not looking too healthy in this game. I just want to point out again that they kind of need to win this. They still have so many tough teams to take down, right? Including, for example, Sigma on Saturday. But RoX.KIS, they have got 2 losses so far. And if they drop to 3 with this game, well, then they're not going to be allowed to lose any more games from that point onward.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the song that I'm talking about also has a sentence in it by Illidan, I think? No? Drum charge? Is fine. The song I'm talking about also has a sentence in it saying, I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. That. And he also sings at some point, I don't want to miss a thing. Right? Yeah. Go look up the lyrics, please, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think I'm right. Just can't think of the artist. Gee. 2,400 gold in his inventory. Aerosmith! Thank you, Nahaz! God! Ah, I should have known that. Thank you, Nahaz. See, you're not the only one that can do trivias. Yep. Trivias for me. Scandal thinks he can find a solo safe Age Deprivation, but he finds out he is not so solo after all. He will still be able to take him down. That's nice enough, but looks like this Poison Nova is doing a lot of damage, and actually Scandal is in a lot of trouble. He'll get picked off. BZZ still able to get the kill there up on the Venomancer, but he'll get a stun 4 seconds in his face, and that's not a worth it trade. 2 supports for 2 cores. That's just painful.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
VirtusPro, they are doing so well this game. They are 7k gold ahead. Experience graph is not that big in their favor, and actually dropping down a bit because they are 5-manning Dota. But this is like, how are they gonna kill right now? They can't pick up. They have a. Thank you. They have a pick-up lineup, and they can't pick up anything. That's their problem right there. Right there. It's very simple. And they don't really have one of those 5 teamfight kind of lineups where they're gonna have a big ass carry that can take all down. No, Klink's strength is that he can sneak up behind you and kill you off. But if he's not gonna be able to do that, then what is he gonna be able to do? And Slark, also he thrives at picking off people. He can't do that either. Good play for VirtusPro though. Good play for VirtusPro indeed.
Regeneration.
Sentry ward placed, instantly seeing the Scandal moving through. Woo, out of sentry ward, right as the stun would have hit. Reality Rift doesn't hit either, Age Deprivation ulti will miss. Looks like RoX.KIS dodged a bullet there. Most importantly, Scandal dodging a stun. Sorry people, there's a 2-minute delay on the stream. I didn't see you screaming Aerosmith until I already saw it from Nahaz. Okay. Illidan trying to bait out some things. He might be successful because he is looking like he wants some blood. Roshan is going to be a target by the looks of it for VirtusPro soon. I'm not sure. Like, RoX.KIS, they could actually attempt to fight this in the Roche pit. I wouldn't actually put it past them to attempt it. G almost has a side of ice ready. Needs 2.1k goldish. Oh, Scannel, for a sec. Everything gets thrown on him. They don't like him one bit. They kill him off. Well, that was the highest farm view on the map on the side of RoX.KIS. Dead. The rest tries to get away, but a two-man Dream Coil will stop that one. Godlike tries to TP out, but won't be able to. Will get stuck here on 1 health. And while Yul gets stuck in a Sprout, that's a triple kill in total. As in 3 dead on the side of RoX.KIS, and they couldn't get anything in return of VirtusPro. I mean, who cares about Roshan? Well, you can get Rex, right? Who cares about Roshan? Indeed. This is, and I mean, Cedo, I mean, he is not doing that bad, but he is not doing good enough. Godlike will die again. He just bought back. Well, that was a bit of a wasted life for him right there. BCC might be able to make something happen, but his invis disappears, and they're gonna take advantage of that. He does turn on his BKB, but it's not gonna be enough. He can't live up to that Illidan BKB. Or not even BKB, just armleted Chaos Knight. It's too much. Slark still goes down, gets picked up by the Puck. Puck has teleported himself home in the end. Down goes the Venomancer still. That's at least something, but Joel stunned, critted, dead. Illidan running now for the Orchid. Can Armlet toggle this back up, and he should be able to live through it all. Unless Cedo can make a difference there. One more Quills would do the job. Ooh, he's just out of range for it. Cedo will not be able to kill him off. In the end, they lose only their melee racks and a tower. I mean, it's... I say that as illusions actually... Illusion? That was pretty close. That was just illusion. And that's gonna be Cedo dead. There's, like... That's a thing, right? Normally you think, oh my god, I have to run back to base. But he's got an Aghanims. I mean, Grave Chill might be able to keep him up for a little while. Nope, too late. And Godlike is not gonna die from it. But that was... I mean, of course, I mean Shallow Grave, that is. That, like, that's just disgusting. Right there. An Aghanims on an aged Operation. I've said it. And there's a hard complete now for the Chaos Knight, as if he wasn't hard enough to kill before. And I mean, normally you'd also see a BKB upon a Chaos Knight like this, but it's mostly physical damage coming out anyway, and it's not like he dies in the duration of a Frostbite, right? Okay.
Not so fast.
BCC just turned on his BKB to make sure he didn't die from the Aged Operation ult. That is what we've become. Yeah, that is what it's come to. That happens. As VirtusPro is taking control over the dire jungle, RoX.KIS trying to make things happen. Trying to keep things happening, rather, because so far they haven't been able to do that much just yet, but they have to defend. They can't do nothing. They have to find some places to push out. Some ways to stop VirtusPro from pushing in. And the only way to do that would be if they I am facepalming for this right now. I mean, this is the longest duration ult that BZZ has ever had in his life. And he won't die from it, but he can't do anything during the duration either. They just taken down by VirtusPro. The smoke up for RoX.KIS. I mean, good luck with that, you know. They now know that they can't do anything with that smoke, so. This is not looking good for RoX.KIS, people. Not looking good at all. Light of Heaven coming in with this team. Who cares about split push? They're just all gonna run in the base of RoX.KIS. Why not? From the side, perhaps Slark is looking to come in from that point of view. BKB is up for Crystal Maiden. I mean, she is farmed apparently. More farmed than the Venomancer. Tier 1 of 3 tower already dead. BKB turned on for Cedo, teleporting in as well, but I'm not sure if it's gonna help out. They have got some minus armor up on them, but they turn on the BKBs. Going for Illidan. Godlike already picked up, but the Ancient Deprivation ulti flying in. Rstart makes it out alive. It is gonna be Yol picked up while doing his freezing field. Down they go. It is, however, a fight that is being taken by VirtusPro. By the looks of it, Scandal might actually still fall, and everybody comes back. That's an Aegis doing its work. The stun will come out. 4 seconds, but the Dark Pack was already flying. Buybacks of buybacks happening as well. Nature's Prophet was able to buy back, as well as the Crystal Maiden and the Slark on the side of RoX.KIS. They haven't necessarily lost the fight completely, but they're not really doing all too well. RoX.KIS, they're jumping out of their base again, and that might just be not the right play. Yol will die for the second time this fight. Now no more buybacks. BZZ will die for the second time this fight. It's not true, he did not buy back yet. Or did he? Actually, Slark, he did. Yep, that's gonna be GG. Godlike will be the last one to take a fall. Triple kill for Illidan. This has been a very dominant game from VirtusPro, and this is the kind of VirtusPro that people were expecting to see when their team was first put together. They're starting to make it work. Their synergy is starting to come online. Let's take a look at the next game, which will be Mousesports vs Empire, so stay tuned. We'll be probably starting very fast after this, or we have to start through Dota TV. We'll find out. Stay tuned.